Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Mel V Presents. So in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about what it's like to audition and be in the audition room. So you will either have an agent be submitting for you, or you can submit for yourself. Let's just say you have an agent, your agent's submitting you, and you get an audition. So you're going to be notified, and you're going to get all your details in your email or the notification saying that you got the audition. You're going to know, what the product is, what is the role, what are the wardrobe notes, when is the actual shoot date, because you want to make sure you don't have any conflicts and you're actually available for the shoot. So you're just going to have like a breakdown of all of the details you need. And then one thing about auditions, they're very last minute. All auditions that I've gotten, they're usually like the day before or the day of, like it's 9 o'clock and they're like, hey, you have an audition today at 3. So that's why it's important to have good communication with your agent to make sure that they know when you're available and when you're not, so that they don't call you out for auditions and you're not available. So anyways, you get the audition and say it's at like 3:15 and you go down to the audition. You want to make sure that you're early, definitely on time, but it's better to be early. So usually I get everywhere early, like an hour early, but if you're like 30 minutes early, that's cool too. You get there, some people just have different processes of what they do. When I get to an audition, I usually will grab the copy. I won't sign in yet. I'll just like grab the copy, get comfortable, see what they want me to do. And after I've sat with that for maybe like 5 or 10 minutes, you sign in, and then you're going over your script. You're making sure that mentally you're prepared, you're cool, you're calm, you're collected, because you want to go into the audition feeling very confident and very relaxed, because this process is so stressful for all parties involved, for the casting director, for the ad agency, for the client. Like, everybody's stressed. So you want to be the actor that's like, hey, I got this, like, no stress, you don't have to worry about me, I'm in control, I can do this, like, no stress. Like, you want to be the least of their worries, because they have so many worries as it is. So after you sign in, sometimes the session director, the guy that's running the auditions, he'll come out to a group of people and give a group explanation of what they're actually looking for the audition. So you want to make sure that you are paying attention to every word that is said, because basically they're telling you exactly what you need to do to book this commercial. And yes, there's so many factors as to whether you book or not, but making sure that you're doing exactly what they say in the audition, that's important. It's really like a listening exercise. You want to make sure you're verbatim. If they say, walk over here, pick up the cup, take a sip, put it down, you do that exactly. So you pay attention at the group explanation, and then they're going to start to call you in. So then once you get called in, as the session directors walk you over to the audition room, you can introduce yourself. You want to make sure you know them. Don't be annoying, but you want to, like, oh, hey, I'm Melanie, what's your name? Whatever, just introduce. And then you get into the room. There are 2 questions that you can ask that I do recommend that you ask. The first one is, what is my eye line? Because you want to make sure you know where you're looking. Are you looking straight into camera? Are you looking off to the side? Like, what is your eye line? Because that's important to know. And then also, you want to ask if you can take a look at the cue card, because the cue card is going to be there, because you don't want to, when you have the script or the copy in your hand, you want to set everything off to the side. You want nothing in your hand. So you use the cue card to make sure that you have the words and you know what you're saying. It's not important to memorize the words. It's important to know the product name, and it's important to make sure that your first lines are always to camera. Like, they want to see your eyes. That's really important. And you want to make sure like your last line is to camera. But you just want to kind of get, like, you don't have to be like word perfect in the audition, but you want to make sure that you get the product name, and the first couple lines you're like pretty good at. So you're gonna walk in, and you want to make sure that you identify where the camera is and where your mark is and where the cue card is. Those are the first like important things. And then they'll say, okay, you stand on your mark, and the mark is going to be like a little piece of tape on the ground. That's where you stand. And then they're going to ask you to slate your name. So when they say, please slate your name, hi, my name is Melanie Victor. There's no secret into slating your name. You just want to make sure that you have a smile, you have personality, you look alive, like you're happy to be there. just say your name with some enthusiasm. Hi, I'm Melanie Victor. Don't overdo it, but you know, just say your name with some personality. And then they may ask you for your profiles. So with your profiles, that's like the side of your face and the other side. You want to make sure when you do it, you just, you know, do it with a smile, like, and then come back. Very simple. So they ask you for your profiles, and then they'll say action. And then you go, you do your thing, and it's so quick. Like, I've had auditions where I get in the room and I'm just like, they're like, slate your name, I slate my name, and they're like, action. And then it's like, da da da, and they're like, okay, thank you. You're like in and out. So you want to make sure that you know, have some sort of like technique when you go into auditioning. That's why commercial classes are good, because they kind of help you to master the skill of auditioning, because auditioning is a skill and it's a muscle that you can build up. So it's definitely different from being actually on set. Auditioning is, it's a totally different game. So yeah, like the audition is super quick. You slate your name, do your profiles, do your thing, and then they're like, thank you. And then you go out, and that's it. And then you hope and pray that you get a call back. If you don't, you know, you just wait for the next one and you just continue to submit, you know. So it's a really quick process. A lot of auditions that I've had, I leave and I'm just like, oh, I should have did this, I should have did that. But I think it just takes like practice and auditioning more and more continuously to be comfortable with the whole process. So that's just kind of my spiel on auditioning. Definitely tune into my next video. Make sure to like this video and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.